One more time for Ryan O'Neal. I'm going to remind you one last time, please make sure you fill out your raffles. Are you ready for your headliner? He has 2 Showtime specials, and he will be filming his Netflix special in June. Please give it up for Bruce Jingles.
Thank you. Thank you. Start with a Negro, end with a Negro. That's what we here at Flappers are very diverse. Give it up for all the comics you've seen tonight, please. I'm here. Especially Ryan. I feel bad that I laughed at his shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm laughing at that shit? Like, stepdad's fucking. Ugh. I came here to work on some new jokes. But all these jokes are new because you haven't seen me before. So, smells like weed in here. Oh, that's me. Okay. Everybody's smoking weed and shouldn't smoke weed. Like on my way here, I was leaving my apartment complex. I caught 2 teenagers smoking marijuana. 3 minutes later, my neighbors caught me and 2 teenagers smoking marijuana. Because weed's in the world of science fiction now. They have, vapes. That I travel with a vape, a weed vape, because I'm tired of getting kicked out of hotel rooms, right? So I was in D.C. a few weeks ago, and I was heading to a show. I was in back of the lift, going to the show, hitting my vape, and the driver's, what is that? Oh, it's my medicinal vape. It's got weed in it? Yeah. Can I take a hit? He took 2 hits. 10 minutes later, my Lyft driver had to call Uber to pick us up. I just recently watched a documentary on cocaine, which is how I watch all my documentaries. Thank you. I'm a weed smoker. I've been smoking weed for a lot of years, since high school, and weed's getting a bad rap. I don't mean like a blunt rap. I mean people talk smack about it. You know, marijuana affects your memory, which is bullshit. I never forget to smoke. Weed makes you stupid, doesn't make you stupid, it makes you smarter. I started smoking weed in high school. Grew up here in Southern California. In high school, we had what's called off-campus lunch. That's where you can go off campus, smoke weed, eat, and then you had to come back for some reason, right? So after lunch, I had intermediate math. One time, came back lit. We had to take a test in fractions. One of the questions on the test was, what's the difference between a quarter and an eighth? I wrote 50 bucks. 2 days later, my teacher gives me the test back, written in red, and says, see me after class. So I thought I was in trouble. So after class, I go to my teacher, Mr. Galvan, am I in trouble? He's all, no, I just want to know where you get your weed from. In all my years of smoking weed, I get my weed exclusively from white people. I tell you the 2 reasons why. When you get your weed from white people, they'll let you, she knows. When you get your weed from white people, they'll let you try it before you buy it. Can't get that from black people. You have to smoke us out with the shit you just got from us. Number 2, white people have cool, magical names for their weed. Like Chronic, Kush, Purple Herbal, Juicy Fruit, Trainwreck, Northern Lights, Green Crack, Purple Horseshoes, Obama. Yeah, there's an Obama strain out there. Yes, we cannabis. The only problem is it takes 8 years to work, but there's a Trump strain out there now. It's got orange hairs, but can't get through Mexico. So there's a Biden strain out there that puts you to sleep. Like on my way here, I stopped by my best friend's house. He's a white guy. His name's Josh, obviously. And, okay, let me describe what Josh looks like. Okay, remember the guys I'm 51. Remember the guys in 80s movies with the long hair and they have no teeth? Like that? Josh. You look exactly like Josh. So I knock on his door. Josh answers, Jingles, dude, what's up? Dude, come in, dude, I grew some new stuff, right? Go in his backyard, he's all, yeah, dude, I grew this myself, dude, check it out. This guy, dude, it's a hybrid, I got a cool name for it. What do you call it? Dude, I'm gonna call it fuck, dude. Why are you gonna call it that? He's all smelling it. Fuck. Take 2 bags of that. And don't let people tell you that weed is bad. The people that don't want you to smoke marijuana are pharmaceutical companies, alcohol companies, tobacco companies. Why? Because they can't make money off you smoking weed. They have all this propaganda about weed. Like, really think about what's the worst thing you're gonna do on weed? Stop at a green light? Okay, if you didn't get that joke, you should not be driving tonight. Last year, I was performing in Nebraska, and I was after a show, I'm taking pictures with the crowd. Okay, I'm 6'5". Out of nowhere, this big Costco-sized skinhead popped out of nowhere, right? I say Costco-sized. Why? He had a swastika that said Kirkland. I was like, what the fuck is that? And he had a joint, and he's like, hey, dude, you're funny, but you know I don't like black people right now. I was nervous. So I took the joint and said, yeah, they can be a problem sometimes, you know. And I made sure the end of the joint was wet, too. So. Let that sink in. How you doing, Josh? No, you're not Josh. But that's your wife? Or that's your wife? None of these are my wives, man. It's all about free love, man. Are you a parent? Or you a grandparent?
No.
Okay, good. Nah, man. My kids use condoms. Yeah. They're kind of rebels, man. I don't know. Are there any grandparents here? Your grandma? Your grandma? Your cute little grandma. What's up? How you doing, man? I can be on your bucket list. Get some BBC. Back in my day, the BBC was something you watched the Muppets on. Oh yeah. Are you with your?
No.
You know? Oh, you sing? Oh fuck. Well, there goes that joke. I'm gonna fuck tonight. Bye, joke. You know our grandparents are cool because they let you get away with shit your parents won't let you get away with, and then, but then they're cool because they give them back to the parents like, here you go, fuck it. My grandparents were cool. My grandfather was a double amputee and from diabetes from his legs, and he also had Alzheimer's, but he never forgot to argue with my grandmother. Right? And one time, the funniest thing I ever heard him say was, they were arguing, and he says, bitch, if I had legs, I'd walk out on your ass. Now, as a kid, you're like, grandparents are cool because you forget that they're sexual beings. And, okay, you ever walking on your parents? Okay, okay, I have locks. Okay, cool. Sometimes it happens. It happened to me. I didn't walk out on my parents. I walked into my grandparents. And let me tell you something, old black sex is disturbing. I'm talking that pre-civil rights shit. That's fucking... I walked in, right, and my grandfather was going to, dude, he was like this, and he was like, And my nana was bent over, picking up laundry, going, oh my Lord, 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 Lord. And they're all cotton. Looked like a Civil War porno. This shit was fucked up. They were knocking roots. But I didn't come here to tell you that. But I came here to tell you it's a celebration of my grandfather because my grandfather gave me my first paid gig. Okay, I was 10 years old, right? And I went to school in the LA Unified School District. But I was smart, so they had me in the gifted program, which meant I could spell encyclopedia. And I had a teacher. Her name was Miss Rainwater. Miss Rainwater was a bitch. Like a serious bitch. But she was also visually impaired. She was cockeyed. Now, I don't know if you know what cockeyed is. Okay, that's when one eye goes this way, the other eye goes that way. So they have beef, right? And one day, she's standing in front of the chalkboard with her back turned to the class, and I was fucking around in class, and she says, "I got my eye on you, Jingles." I said, "I bet you do." And the whole class laughed. It was great. But I got suspended for 3 days. I had to walk my ass home. My grandfather was there because my mom was at work, and my grandfather was one of those old Negroes that didn't play. Like, you go to school, get a goddamn education. You don't get an education, I'm gonna beat your ass. And he knew I was a funny kid, so he always called me every black comic that I wasn't. So he was like, "Oh, you think you flip whistling? You getting in trouble in school? Nobody tell you to go tell that comedy shit in school. You ain't no Lou Costello. What the hell's wrong with you? You ain't no Pat Morita." I say Pat Morita because Red Fox discovered Pat Morita. So, yeah, so you don't know that shit. See, now you know something. So I have to go back to school, and my grandfather said, "I'm going to school with you tomorrow. We're going to have a meeting, and if you ain't in them books, I'm going to beat your ass," right? And I was scared, so we go back to school, and we're sitting in the class, and we're sitting in the principal's office. Principal, Bruce is a great student and everything. He's very funny. He's like, "I don't give a damn a joke. How's he doing in the books? Because I'm going to beat his ass," right? Next thing you know, the door opens. Miss Rainwater walks in. And my grandfather looks at her, grabs my knee hard. I look up and see blood trickling down his mouth from trying not to laugh. And he's sitting there, we get up, walked out, everything. My grandfather said, "That shit was funny. Here's $20. And that was my first paid gig. Thank you. But you guys are a fun crowd. I'll see you later. We can fuck the old slave songs. Flies of the buttermilk, shoe fly shoe. Oh, look at Bruce. And then you'll see I'll be all sweaty when we're fucking after, like. You look at me like, "Oh, he's glistening." Looks so majestic. Okay, and I lost you with that one. Okay. All right, you guys are a fun crowd. If you have social media, follow me on social media. If you follow me anywhere else, I'll call the cops. Okay? It's Bruce Jingles, B-R-U-C-E. Pull out your phones. I know you got to pull them out. But Bruce Jingles, B-R-U-C-E-J-I-N-G-L-E-S, because some motherfuckers don't know how to spell. And you see a black dude, me. Okay? Are there any questions? You guys good? You guys gonna fuck tonight? You good here? Because comedy opens the legs, dude. I'm telling you, dude. It's some true shit. Okay, I gotta go. If you like me, I'm Bruce Jingles. If you don't like me, I'm Rick Rome. Have a good night.